So I'm walking over to the neighbours to have a cup of coffee, and I'm also trying out a Samsung Galaxy S7 with a view to possibly crossing over to the dark side and getting a smartphone after all these years. I don't know, I'm that impressed with them, but on the other hand, it allows me to do this sort of thing while I'm wandering around. So who knows? Anyhow, we got a few good neighbours around here. We go out for a drink with one the other day, last night, and going out for a coffee with another one now. It's about a kilometre walk through the bush on this track that you can see. Could be worse. Do a little bit of a pan there. Whoa! It's been raining a lot lately, and as you can see, the track's a little bit slippery. So, that's alright. I've got the balance of a mountain goat. I think we're going to have to do a bit of cutting around here. Look at this rat's tail grass. That's a noxious weed in this area. Pain in the bum. We're coming up to the garden over here. We started planting about last June, and once a few things started coming up, we haven't bought vegetables since. Just crossing the boundary now into my neighbour's place. The garden's looking a bit sad, but pretty much we're about to plough it all in because it was an experiment really, and an experiment that worked. And we were going to plough it all in, and then we realised that the pumpkins kept growing, and they're still growing, so we don't want to lose all those pumpkins, so we're sort of giving the garden a stay of execution for now. And look at these pumpkins, they're just gone berserk. They've escaped the garden and they're heading off. I don't know if I can see an actual pumpkin from here. Not really, but that whole area is the pumpkin. That's at least half the garden, and the rest garden area there, and the rest is, as you can see, looking pretty sad at the moment. We kind of stopped the maintenance because, as I said, we were going to plough it all in anyway. So still can't find an actual pumpkin, but her indoors assures me there's plenty here, so I'll take her word for it. We'll continue the trek on to my neighbour's place. He's been doing some slashing lately, as you can tell. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for the moment. It's a bit of a trial of this new phone, as I said. They actually take a nice photo and quite a nice movie, but ergonomically they're pretty crap as a camera. But the visual results are quite good all the same. I'm just coming down into the gully here. There goes the wallaby. I've got to walk up a fairly steep hill in a minute, so I'll just be huffing and puffing, so I might as well shut this down at about that point. There in the bottom of the gully. That goes down to a dam. And I'm going up there. So we'll call it quits at this point, and we'll see you later. Okay, I'm back from my walk, and I've had a bit of a play with that phone, and I don't mind it. As most of you know, I'm probably not a big fan of new technology. I spent half my working life working not at the bleeding edge, but not far behind it in electronics. And I tend to shun it now. And I actually use, this is my current phone. Cost me a grand total of $29 about 10 years ago. And I can make phone calls with it, and I can send texts of about 3 characters. After that it's too difficult, and it's just fine. I wouldn't go chasing a new phone, but this one might just fall in my lap for a reasonable price. So I'm kind of thinking about taking it on. I don't mind it. And if you might remember in my last video, in the comments below my last video, I said I was working with such crap equipment, I really can't be bothered doing any more videos until I get something better. I didn't really have a phone in mind. I had in mind a probably decent video camera, or maybe a new still camera with video capabilities. But this might well do. It seems quite convenient to carry on you all the time, and the image quality seems pretty good. So we'll see. This one might be history. I'll be trying the new one properly today if I could, but the SIM card in this one is the standard size, and the new phone takes the nano size, so I can't actually try the new one as a phone for the time being, but I can try it as a camera, clearly, because that's what we're doing here. So I'll play with it for a bit longer and we'll see how it goes. But if I can get it for the right price, I may well be crossing over to the dark side. Grey Nomad out. 2, 3